Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome back to Foundation. It is 1.0 time. That's right, it's finally the full release of Foundation. I first played this game on the channel over 5 years ago now. This has been in early access for a long time and it has come on incredibly since then. We last played it last year. I don't know how much of a change it's had to the full 1.0 release, but I know a lot of people don't really look at early access games, so if you have not seen this one before, now is your time to grab it. There is a discount during the release period, I think, so you can go and grab it at a bit of a discount there. The link is in the description, obviously, to the Steam page. But yeah, this is, I'll be honest with you, if you've not played this before, this is going to be your new favorite city builder. It is a settlement level city builder, but it has beautiful organic formation of towns and villages, but then also a really fantastic creative system for the larger standalone buildings. So the inns, the churches, the manor houses, all of that have this incredible piece by piece structure system. It just does everything I want a city builder to do. It has really great resource management. It has really fantastic build mode options. It's really organic. It's not on a grid. You know how I love games that aren't on grids. Yeah, I'm just really looking forward to this one. So we had a really good run in this last year. We're going to go back in now and see if the 1.0 has had much of a change. I think this is new. We can have a few different options regarding what the layout looks like. I mean, hills is probably quite tricky to build in. I quite like the idea of having a full coast. We haven't done that for quite a while. We can actually drag up how much of the land is ocean. So maybe we don't go that much. A bay. Oh, a bay generates a lovely beach. That's nice. So let's have a bay in there. I quite like having a lake as well, but we don't want to go too big. Can we randomize that? Randomize all or randomize seed? Randomize seed. Ah, there we go. So that has a lake quite separate. That's good because now we can have a starting village and then a secondary village that works around the lake. I quite like that. What does the island do? Oh, the island puts a little island. Oh, no, we do like an island in the lake. For our manor house, we do like an island in the lake. That's interesting. Oh, I quite like the look of that with the little alcoves there. That's fun. Cliff, where is it adding the cliffs? Just around the place? Okay, well, we'll take those down a little bit, I think. We don't mind hills, but we quite like it having a nice open space to work with. I actually really quite like that. There's our seed if you want to play along. 50k, that one there. And we're going to select our rules next of all. Oh my goodness. Enjoy a relaxed and easygoing experience with minimal challenge. Play the game as intended. Perfect for first playthrough. Challenge, difficult settings, creative, and custom. I mean, classic seems to be. We don't have an ever happy population. No, invulnerable army. No. We want things to happen. We want bad things to happen. We want events to happen. All of that makes the game fun. Okay. So our aspiration then. These are the three major things. All this artwork is new. It looks fantastic. We can do a burg. That is the sort of the manor house, so to speak. The church and the stronghold. We really focused on the church in our last playthrough. Players wish to set their own goals and see where the journey takes them. So I kind of like the idea of just keeping it open and we just lean into whichever of these seems to, you know, the game to be pointing us towards based on how we sort of set up our resources. Yeah, I think we have an open one. That's fine. And then finally we get to make a shield. How fun. There we are, Geeked Off. Those of you know I love frogs. I've tried to get the Geekism colours here, although the colours aren't named, so I don't know whether we're spot on there being colourblind, but that is enough. We have a heraldry. We're ready to jump in. So far, I'm noticing the game just seems to be much more polished. The UI looks a lot neater. So it'd be interesting to see whether we get to the actual game, whether there's going to be that much difference. A new beginning after a long journey through the realm. Your people finally reach new lands, territories you can settle for reasons of your own. The villages await your command. Let me hear advice. Okay. So a lot of this seems new. Our quest module is telling us what to do here. We'll say got it. So first things first, I'm going to just knock the UI down a little. That's a bit big for me. I'm hoping that's something we can do. Probably under controls, video maybe. UI interface, yeah. In scale is above recommended scale. Yeah, we'll 100. Oh, geez. Oh, that changes every time we click it, eh? 100's fine by me. Okay, that's much more what we're looking for. Okay, so first thing I'm noticing, the world looks a lot more sort of filled and populated. All these flowers are new. I've not seen those before. They're very pretty. Some of the bushes are new. The trees all look like new models as well. The game's had a real sort of glow up. That's awesome. So we have to place down our starting zone. I think all of these rocks have had a bit of a glow up as well, which is awesome. Tilt the camera. We can do all of that. That's fine. Once we've gone, there we go. First territory. Okay, got it. So let's have a look at territories there, and let's see what we've got to work with. So first of all, fish is quite important. It doesn't look like we can get... It's only letting us pick these, so that's annoying that we haven't got a territory that goes right onto water. Although maybe somewhere else it does have. Let's have a look. Where's the... so we could... Can we maybe start right over here? Oh no, the game just doesn't want us to start. Okay, here we go. We can come right down to here. Okay, this is more like it. So let's see. I think that's a good spot for some kind of church or manor up there eventually. This is a weird space, but it may well be what we need to get them to start fishing. Although, no fishing spots in there. My goodness, this might be a little trickier start than I thought. Let's have a look. Has this got a fishing spot? Yeah, there. So there's fish. So what does this zone look like? I mean, this might not be too bad. There's trees. I mean, it's a hell of a trek down. But there are trees. There's stone. Can we see berries? That was always the other sort of starting thing we could do with. I don't know whether these are berries or if these are just normal bushes. Oh! Well, here we are. We're going to make it work. We're going to be a fish-based start. Okay, so we need to place our village centre. All right, well, there we go. Where else are we going to be looking? We have stone, we have wood. That's fine. Berries. I mean, maybe berries aren't a thing anymore. It seems strange that foraging for berries is no longer a thing. Maybe they're not quite as pronounced as they used to be. I mean, there used to be these bushes with big red berries stuck on them, you know? Like, you couldn't really miss them. But now, looking around, I don't feel like I can see any. So I'm wondering whether all of these... But, no, there they are, look. I bet that's them. So we need to try and desperately find some of those in this zone that we've opened up here. Let's hope. Let's hope there is some. Perhaps there isn't. Well. Okay. Well, here's the clearing. This is obviously where we're going to get set up. So let's just go for it. Yeah. Go. This part can't be destroyed. No, I'm sure it can't. Oh, there. Build. All right. We're interacting with the world. We've got our group. Oh, there's quite a big group to start off with. That's pretty good. So let's see what they've got to say for themselves. Second piece of advice comes from the young enterprising villager. Rather than letting everybody fend for themselves, suggest you organise labourers into appropriate workplaces, builders into workshops, woodcutters into lumber camps, berry gatherers into their huts, and so on. I think that's a great idea. The first thing we're going to do is place a builder's workshop. So here we go, builder's workshop. This is going to help us get really up and running. I can't remember what rotate is. Is it right click? No. Let's see if I can remember. Is it Q? No, Q is the angle. Z, sometimes it's rotate. No. Okay, let's have a look at menus. Gotta remember what rotate is. It's very important. We're not building on the grid. We want to make sure we make the most of it. Let's have a look. Open the book. Construction. Undo, redo, select, add, remove part, rotate part. Hold Alt and move the mouse. There we go. Oh. Oh, God. I played this game like 3 months ago. It's insane how little of it stays in your head when you move on to another game. Okay. There we go. Builder's Workshop. Build. It just gets built. That's good. And then we're going to give it people to work in it. We might as well just go 3. Oh. Can we just do random? There we go. We're just going to sit 3 dudes in there to get started working. And they're going to build a lumber camp for us. Where are we going to want to clear out first? The lumber camp is going to make noise, so we want eventually, where if there's housing, we don't want it near housing. So I think maybe we throw it up here, right out the way, but then they work backwards in clearing this area out, because then later on we can send them up into this space. So I think This is a good spot for it. I don't really know if there's a front or a back to it, so we'll just pop it down there and say go ahead. Those chaps and chapsesses will run over and get to work on that. Here he goes. Great job. I don't think it costs anything to build a lumber camp. Oh, that's interesting that he's chopping trees down. Is that the end of your day, is it? Oh, no, he's off. There we go. Because we have some supplies here, right? Ah, I understand. Sorry. He's just chopping the trees down needed to put this building in. There we go. Good stuff. We'll go here. We'll get 3 woodcutters on the go. So now we need to give them a space to cut wood in. We're just going to give us this paint tool here. One of my favourite... oh, man, we're really... Oh, no, that's fine. We're going to clear this area out. I'm going to say one of my favourite parts of this game always has been this sort of... We can paint this area and say that this is the zone we wish for you to chop from. It's really awesome. Okay. So what's this now? We can build a forester camp, which is going to replant those trees, which is something we have to worry about eventually, not straight away, to be honest with you. And also berry camp. Now, the problem is here is I mean, I feel like there should be berries everywhere we're allowed to start, but we got to find them. Because we want to put there's some berries. I mean, it's one single bush, which isn't great, I imagine. Is there a bush? Oh, and there's a bush there as well. So maybe, because it used to be... Oh, and there's one there as well. Okay, well, I think we're okay. I think they're just a little bit more spread out than they used to be. Yeah, there we go. The map is now showing us that... Oh, they're much more prevalent than they used to be. Okay, well, in that case, I think we can just kind of throw this down. It used to be that you just got like 3 berries, and that was kind of it, really. Okay, so let's do this. So let's hope that the woodcutters only cut down the wood and not the berry bushes. I feel like they will. Our builders will get straight to work on that. So we're now up to 75 wood. We also have some fabric and just some berries to get us started with. Also a load of tools. That's very useful because tools, we're not going to be able to build those for quite a while. Okay, our berry foraging area is open. We can click 3 times and get some foragers in there. And now they do automatically start just foraging, which is good. But I do think you can paint an area. Resource removal, remove all resources. Oh, no. So now we don't have to actually... We used to have to say, you know, go and get berries from here. But now it just seems that they potter about and do it. So that's good. That's a nice change, I think. Next up. Now that you've organised your labourers, you can tend to their needs and happiness. Make sure they have access to fresh water and housing. As for food, you'll need to start to store and distribute the berries they collected. And from there, your village will have everything needed to welcome its first wave of immigrants. That's good. So this is now we're going to give them some space that they're allowed to build houses in. The problem is we'll just lose some trees at this point due to the fact that we need to paint an area out. But they're doing a good job chopping down the trees, so I don't mind that too much. We will... How many people have we got unemployed? Just the one. Well, I'll tell you what then, for now then... We will generate a single forester over here just to get working on replacing the trees that are getting cut down. So that's fine by me. That gives the builders something to do. And then for housing, yeah, we'll give them residential. So I think, so the berries they don't mind. I don't want to get rid of all of these berry bushes, and I don't want to get rid of all of these trees. So I think what we'll do is we'll just start... See, that is just... regular bush there, I think. I don't think that's berry bush. So let's go like this. And let's plant a run there. Remember, a villager is looking to satisfy essential needs. They consume resources such as berries for rustic food, or visiting buildings such as churches for service needs. Check in the details once they're in. Okay, so we'll start with that, and we'll see how that goes. It's a bit of a small space. But to start off with, I think that's fine. We'll also get a well. I always liked building the well right where this stuff was. And I think I'm going to keep that up. It stops a couple of the spaces getting used, but for the most part, I think that's okay. There we go. Gives our builders something. The houses are going up. Houses look like they've had a bit of an upgrade graphically as well, which is awesome. They look so nice. Love the art. Always loved the art style of this game, to be honest with you. Even when it was a lot simpler than this. I've always enjoyed it. It looks like they get quite a bit of space per house now than they used to do. this here, all of this fencing is for this one property. There are 2 people living here. So that means it tells us somewhere where how many are unhomed, I'm sure. Housing insufficient, yeah. It doesn't tell us super easily, I guess. Unable to find a house close to my workspace. Well, I bet you are. That's probably because you work all the way over here. So nobody's unemployed now, at least. So we'll give them a reforesty area, and we're going to start off with just this, I think. Because we would like to clear this area out for future village advancement. So I suppose we'll actually carry on with the residential here. Can we used to be able to make this space smaller. How do we do that? Oh, there's controls on the bottom there. Control. There we go. Because what I would like to do, I think, is probably drag this down. There's berries there. But we're going to give them a little bit more space. Sort of phallic space there. We'll actually give them all of this space as well. In fact, that could just go up to the edge. There we go. So I'm happy for all of this to be housing eventually, but what I don't want to do is just lose all of these trees to clearance and instead have them chopped down for wood, you know? What's this telling me? Per zone building. Yes, I understand. Oh, it's... No, that's not a thing. That's fine. Yeah, I understand how that works. Okay, good. Housing insufficient. Well, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I've given you plenty of space. How many people live in these? There's 2 there. There's 2 there. There's 2 there. So yeah, we just need a lot of housing, eh? Well, it is what it is. It's this weird, very weird layout we've got here. And I don't really want them to build down onto the beach. I think we're just going to have to clear out this area, unfortunately. Like, it's just not as it's not as useful as we want it to be, but I just think that's what we're going to have to do. Like, so that's it. Look, they're straight into it, and we just lose all of these trees to clearance, unfortunately. But I do just think that's the way it's going to have to be. We're going to have houses on the cliff here. It might look a little bit funky, but otherwise it is what it is. The well... I mean, they're really focused on building houses right now, so that's fine. You can increase the construction, but I'm happy for them to all get houses before we move on. There we go. So we'll build these. This is going to look a little funny on the hill here, maybe. I don't know. It might look okay. They do a really great job with the game of making it so that they just, like, the things just sort of move down into the space. But my worry is that the door is going to be on this side. And it looks a bit funny. We have a very strange looking wheelbarrow there, but you know, it is what it is. When these games sort of procedurally generate stuff, it's always going to be a little funky when on the extremes, such as this. A very weird setup we have here. Okay, the door's there. That's fine. The wheelbarrow's gone now. I mean, that's a little funny space to live in, but it is what it is. It looks like a Viking-y type build from this side, but it's getting them all homed. Does this tell us happiness? Housing 10%. I would just like a number somewhere that says how many people are in a house. None of us are telling us they can't find a house now, which is good. So at least there's that. So I think that's everyone homed. I suppose we'll know when the well starts getting built. What's going on here? Storage is full. Yes, that's fine. Can we build storage yet? Don't think we can. We don't have the ability to store yet. That's fine. We have enough berries for everybody. That's good. But nobody seemingly wants to build the well. Oh, we have to build stone first. Sorry, I thought we had a bit of stone. So we have a stone cutter camp. That's going to have to go here. So I think as long as the building is in the zone, they will go there to cut stone, because the other one we have is here. So we're going to get it right in between these 2 houses here to not affect the housing. So let's do that. It's going to, again, a little funny on the cliff there, but it's fine for now. All of this is super temporary. We're going to be able to adjust all of this as we move forward. Okay, so it's interesting that the quest here is build a well, but doesn't really force us to build a stone cutter first. That's interesting. But they're already getting started on this. That's good. Look at them go. Chop, chop, chop. Get that wagon built. Now we're after shave a few people off from a work zone here because we have nobody to work. So where do we think we can afford to lose somebody? I guess we have plenty of wood. So let's take one person off the woodcutter job and put them onto a miner job. I mean, we have a lot of berries and they're not really able to do much at the minute, so we could probably afford to lose a forager as well and also put them on to... I keep clicking the stones rather than the stone cutter. Let's do that. So it's, you know, it's the gig economy. People are having to do what they got to do to make ends meet. Hopefully they'll get to work pretty swiftly. I like this little village we've got set up here now. With the 3 houses, that's very cute. And as all these trees get cleared out, we'll just continue to make all of this residential as well. But they're not cutting anymore because the storage is full. Hopefully once the well's built, we'll be able to build our first storage center, I think. That's probably the next thing we need to look at doing because basically, like, storage being full here is great because it means we have plenty. But it just means they sit around, look. I mean, she's literally leaning up against the wall, look. And she's having a little kip. I mean, she's literally just sleeping on the job. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Oh, wake up. The boss is watching. I mean, I suppose it's fine. Like, we have plenty of berries, but yeah, it does mean that they're not being as active as they need to be, as they could be. And this lady here is just warming up her cockles on the fire there. So hopefully, once the well is built, stone is now starting to get generated, which is good. There we go. The stone is coming straight from the stone up to the well from the builder, but we will be able to give somebody the job of moving this stuff around using the storage facility, which I hopefully will have next. He has everything he needs. Clouding. Smashing through the well build. There we go. Now we can hopefully... Oh no, market next. Interesting. I did think that... the storage would be next. Okay, so sorry, I'm just noticing this looks different. Multiple parts can be customized. Each part, yeah. Okay, got it. So market. I think we'd build a market around the well. I know it's how we always do it, but it just seems right to me. So the food stall has changed its look a little bit. It has like a clear front now, which I quite like. So we'll start here. And we'll give it the tent. It does cost cloth, but we do have cloth. So that's good for me. Normally I wouldn't do the cloth if we didn't have any because the whole building won't be built. And all of these things we can go back in and re-add onto later. Like we can literally come here, edit building and keep adding onto it. So that's good. But we have 20 cloth and there's not much else we're going to use that for to start off with. That's good. Eventually we'll be able to generate our own cloth through a sheep system. We'll have sheep into thread and then thread into clothes or whatever else. It all gets there pretty quick. And I could do with a builder getting to work. There he goes. What do I need for this? He goes and looks. Alright, I need this. I'll go and get it. No, he's just having a little thing, hey? Having a long day. They don't work long hours. Is it wood? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's wood. There we go. He's gone to get it. Cool. Oh, that was the last wood we had in storage, I suppose. There we go. I understand. I assume when this is empty, it will, you know, ungenerate. Ungenerate? So once again, we're going to have to take somebody from somewhere else. I guess we can lose a builder and instead have them work in the market. And then we assess... It's going to be berries, right? Yeah, berries. Geekdorf is now a village. Huzzah! There we go. Encouraging immigration. Assign job to your villagers 10 out of 10. Raise the happiness of your village to 75. It's currently 50. Well, now they can buy berries. So I feel like this is good work. So now, Duccio, let's see you, buddy. Where are we up to? Let's have a look. We're going to follow him. He's currently having a snooze, but here he goes. Off to work. Oh, no, he's having a little sweep. That's fine. That's nice. Those are new, I think, seeing them sort of have a potter about their house. I love it. So now we're going to see him... No, I mean, he's really got to sweep all that dirt up outside his house. I mean, to be fair, buddy, it's just dirt. You're just moving dirt around at this point. But hopefully, at some point, he'll decide to go to work for the day. There's no day-night cycle in this, so I can't see that it's sort of becoming morning. They're all on their own clock, really. They all sort of come and go and mill about as they wish. But their free time is eventually when they will go and use the church, the tavern, etc. Okay, he's now going to... Is he working? No, he's just getting some water. All right, well, that's fine. He's still on his free time. Jeez, this guy works a 3-hour day. All right, he's heading to work. So he's gone to the market, realised there's no berries. He now goes and collects berries, which in turn will get all the berry workers back to work, which is great. And there he stands and sells berries all day. Excellent. And now people will be able to come and purchase the berries, which not only generates us revenue, it keeps them happy. It gets their happiness up. They like to be able to get food. So refined food, rustic food. So the rustic food percentage will go away, which should give us the 75% happiness. Refined food is giving us a minus 25. So that means we have to get some sort of production on the go. So flour into bread, boar into meat, I assume is one. That always used to be one in the main game. So yeah, so we're going to be... We're going to be working up, but at the moment, our village is ran on berries. It's a berry-based economy. I wonder if these give us anything, or if it's just flavour that gets sort of cleared out. Like, either's fine. I'm just curious. We will be able to do fishermen there. This is good. Fish is just a great resource early on in the game. Berries and fish is basically how we run. I mean, people will be sharting through the eye of a needle, I'm sure, on a diet of berries and fish, but we do what we need to do. Definitely storage is where we're going to be moving into next, because at the moment they're not doing any wood, but that's fine, because there's nothing that needs to be built. Immigration is complete. We're now up to 75%. So, a business-minded villager proposes creating a trade route with your closest neighbour, Northbury, to sell resources for profit and obtain items that cannot be produced locally. Northbury needs planks, so you should start with those. I mean, it's a good idea. We can now build a planking building. Okay, all of this looks new. We have a new building available, which is good. Do we... Okay. I'm assuming it's a sawmill. Yeah, okay. But village map, then? Okay, this looks... Oh, that's just a whole map of the space. Oh, wow, a lot of it is water, eh? Okay. I don't know what this is telling me, though. Let's just close some of these a little. Boop, boop. Boop. So it's just a big view of what's going on. Well, that's fine. Okay, so progression. What do we need here? We're locked behind prosperity. Alright. So where are we looking for trade, then? We probably need a warehouse before we can do anything. Acquire a storage in the progression menu. Oh no, we need storage. Oh, I see. Oh, it's here. Storage. Ah, so we don't have these ones. We can unlock these ones using gold. But also fishing, a bridge and a fence. We're not too worried about those. But storage and fishing are big. So we'll do both of those. And we'll get started. Okay. So we now have the 2 storage options, which is good. We can build a warehouse. Okay. So first of all, though, we're actually gonna get fishing on the go, because it's just a great early food storage, food solution. Sorry. So we go like this, get as close to the sea as we can, and we go ahead and start building that. Okay, now we'll come up and start working on some storage options. We should have a granary and a warehouse. And what's that one? Oh, builder's workshop, sure. So warehouse is non-food options. Granary is obviously food options. We have people coming into work, which is good. So we'll get those jobs in a moment. They're probably going to end up working in the granary and the food place. So these will go here. The entrance is there, so we'll get that as close to the edge there as we can. And we'll also build the warehouse, which I'm hoping we can squeeze in next to it. It's going to be a little snug. Can we do it? Not really, not without completely reforming that path. How about here then, behind the workshop? It's going to affect the housing a little bit, but otherwise I don't mind. Let's do that, and it'll just clear out some of the housing spots there. That's fine. Okay, that's given them something to get working on. We do have a village that can be a fisherman. That's cool. And I suppose we just have to... Oh, we do actually have the residential space coming down. I don't want them building on the beach. That's the only rule I really have. But a fisherman will probably build a house here somewhere to keep him close to work. And we don't have to zone the fish. He just goes out and gets it done. But look at this. He's just been out for a moment, and he already has something on him. Does it say how much is on him? No, but we can see here there are now 6 fish. Look at that. 6 food just instantly there. That's awesome. As soon as the granary is up and running, we'll get fish and berries stored in there. We can give somebody the job, and we can say that you store berries and fish. And now the market will be able to grab the food from there rather than having to go out to the berries and in a, even worse, going out to the fishery. It'll be the granary worker's job to go and fetch the things and keep filling up here. So that's why we have the granary close to the market, at least to begin with. So I'm actually going to come in and edit the market and add a new market stall because we can now do fish. So we'll have this just here. We still have cloth. Again, I don't really have a use for the cloth otherwise, so we'll get that in. All these people coming into work are very welcome. We'll get somebody in the warehouse straight away, as soon as it's built. We're cooking on gas here, folks. We're having a good start. We've got multiple food sources now, so if we do have... I remember rain being a big issue in the game. There would be a big rainfall, and that would make the berry yield much lower. But it increases the fish yield, so that's why I like to try and get berry and fish out of the gate, like as soon as we can, because it really does make a big difference. Does this need planks or something? Yes. Okay, so we can't build this without planks, so we do need the sawmill. I was hoping we would go a little further without needing it, but it is what it is. We're going to try and keep all of this together. So so it works. It just works better with each other. But also because it just keeps the red raw end. I don't know whether it's noise or pollution or a mix of both. But the more of that we keep in little chunks together, the less we have to worry about it affecting housing. Oh, yeah, there we go. I guarantee that is where the fisherman lives. Elvira? What a name. Is she our fisher? Oh, no. Oh, Christoval. I wonder where you live then. There's your house, buddy. Oh, I mean, not far. That's fine. I mean, I could probably kick you out. Is there a way to kick you out of your house? Maybe not. Maybe we have to get rid of the building. I mean, I don't. It doesn't matter. It's close enough. I'm fine with that. Love this little fence along the beach, though. That's really cute. Okay, we have somebody not working. Oh, that's the market. That's fine. We do have an employee for the market, so we'll get you working. Although maybe one person can work both. I don't know if that's the thing that happens. Let's see. He's not currently ran off to get fish, so let's put somebody in there instead. We'll keep taking all these people. I know, look at this guy stretching up, ready to work. It's good. Yeah, she's going to go and grab fish straight away from there to there. Excellent. Now, I assume that's not refined food still. No. Because it's raw fish. Just raw fish just sat in the sun in baskets. It's fine. Honestly, these people are going to be emptying themselves. But, it's fine. Rock storage is full now. Stone storage. We really need to get that up and running. But the only way we can do that is by getting the sawmill operational. We do have 2 unemployed people. We're going to put them both in here, just to really get started on those planks. which in turn is going to clear out some storage in here, and that's just, it just goes from there straight to there, and then our it's going to be our warehouse worker that's doing the slog of taking logs from there to there, or planks from there to there, but that's fine. Housing insufficient. I mean, we can look at giving them more housing zoning, I suppose. We have to make sure we stay a little far away from the stone cutters there. It doesn't neatly show us. I think that's something we can turn on. We used to be able to do it down there. Is it somewhere else now? There was a way you could turn on the sort of negative area space. Oh, maybe that doesn't even have one. I thought it did, but maybe it doesn't. That's fine. But yeah, so this is residential space now. You can come and stick a house in there if you need to. That's fine. Yeah, weird spot. I probably wouldn't have picked this one. I clicked it looking for berries, especially now I know how prevalent berries are. I probably would have come down and instead got set up around the lake. But I don't hate this. We can move this way. We can have our manor house up on the island here. I always like doing that, building the manor house separately. I like the idea of having maybe the monastery up on the cliff here. Yeah, there's a lot of fun things to do here space-wise. Is that just regular stone? It looked darker. I thought maybe it was coal or something. So where do we have our big stone, our sort of well-established stone outpost? That might be something we struggle with here, looking at it. My goodness. Is that something we didn't do very well when we came in here? Yeah, look, these... Oh, wow, they're so far away. Huh. They're all over there. Yeah, we may struggle. We're definitely going to have to build basically in a straight line up to here, because this is each of these stone outcrops here. 1, 2, 3. When we prospect them later on, they'll show us that they actually have coal or quartz or metal, iron or whatever. So yeah, we're gonna have to work that way as we open up property, but that's okay. We can make it work. Our warehouse should be slowly coming together now. We have 11 out of 15 planks there. That's good. Our sawmill is cooking on gas, and basically as soon as the sawmill has planks, they'll be getting picked up by the builders from here. Here we can see him running off and grabbing it. Look, I just love watching them all potter about doing their job. He's going to come here. He's going to grab a plank. You actually see him walk with it, which is so much fun. He's going to bring the plank right over to here. Just drop it down. Not much else he can do until it's all done. He might be going to grab another one. He might be calling it a day. They don't work for long, I won't lie. What's this? Missing raw materials. You have 17, so that's just not true, basically. I feel that it's not true that you're missing raw materials. Alright, we have the planks, and we already have the stone, which is good. So our warehouse now gets thrown up, and that instantly gets storing planks, logs, and stone. So we do logs, wood even, planks, and stone. And now we can start looking at trading. I mean, we can also get tools down there, I suppose, but for now I'm kind of happy with the tools and cloth just sat there until we need to worry about it. So I'm just going to leave that open until we have another resource that we most definitely needed to store. We can now open the Royal Book, and we can go to trade, I suppose it wants us to do. Allow a trade route for planks. Yes, okay, so which one's going to be trade? Budget, logs? No, let's have a look. Overview, edicts, trade routes. There we go. Northbury. We need 20 planks in stock just to make it happen. And we are able to then buy tools, cloth, berries, honey. That's some berry wine. Is that one? Or berry brew? Yeah, berry brew. Wax, candles, barrels, all sorts. But more importantly, we can sell planks, which is great because that's going to generate some revenue with our excess planks. And at the moment, that's about it, although we may be able to sell meat, because meat is, you just need forest. You need forest and you need a hunter. He goes and finds the boars, he turns them into meat. It's a pretty straightforward run. Middle becomes a little trickier. We need cloth to unlock it, bread to unlock it. What's that one? I don't even know what that symbol is. That's one of the progression things, I think. Yeah, these are all the progression ones. Okay. But the sun there new. But we can get these 3 just by having resources, so that's good. In housing insufficient again. I mean, we are just taking on people, I suppose. But at this point, I mean, where are you going to go? We're just going to have to... We're going to have to just fill up the gap, aren't we, here, I think? Yeah. I mean, this is prime real estate here now by the market. We're going to keep that open there because I would like to continue building the market around the well. And I hope for now this is enough forest. I mean, we can unlock an area here, get them all making more forest. I mean, I can't see the red. I used to be able to think I could see the red when building the space, but we can't. But if we come into here, there must be a way to see it. Let me see if I can remember where it was. I thought it was under here under paint, but it isn't. And it's not under here under build. I mean, maybe it's not a thing anymore? Visibility, is that it? Ah, here we go. So zoning areas, territory boundings, construction, location, undesirable neighborhood. There's the one. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. So we can turn that on. The fish smell. The stone is noisy. The wood is noisy, I imagine, as well. So now we can put this on and we can make sure, because they will build in here if you let them. And then they just piss and moan about it. So we can actually take housing right up to there. Okay. And then we can knock that off. And now, how do we look at buying more space? I forget. Territory boundaries. Because that's probably not so much wood space to work with now. I don't know. But we'll see. We have a very forested little village here to begin with. I kind of love it. We have enough planks to open our trade route, so we'll finish the episode with that. Ba-dung. There we go. And now we come... Now that's open, we have to come to... Is it this one? Here we go. And we're going to sell some planks, basically, because that's the only thing I think we currently make that they want to buy. Let's have a look. Planks. Yeah, everything else is a bit more future, but we can sell planks to them. So here we go to planks. We are going to sell everything above... Let's do 20. So we'll always keep 20 planks in stock. Anything more than that, they're welcome to purchase from us. I think that's a pretty safe storage mileage to start off with. A light one recognizes you. Thanks you on behalf of the thingies. And we're going to build... Oh, buy new territory. Nice. That's good. I want to do that. How do we do that? Oh, it's... Ah, there we go. These are just opening up. I knew there used to be more buttons down here. We can do it. It's for free. That's great. So we can go here and just fill it for a forest. Although I think what we need to do is go here. We really need to start working up this way. This is a kind of huge territory, unless it's only showing us the next ones we can get to. Yeah, it must be showing us the next ones we can get to. So I really want to kind of do this one, clear out the woods there, and just slowly work our way up, because eventually we're going to have to try and get to these in the medium to end game. So we're going to open this one up. We are now have new content available under progression. I didn't really even read what that was, but okay. There we go. So this is all opened up now with that. Oh my goodness. So we have all of this stuff now. We have tank progression, so all of these are opened, but we now also need the splendor from these. We can do monastery, we can do castle, and eventually we end up with the court of heroes, the abyssal church, or the city belfry. Oh yeah, I think that's one. I love doing the labor one. Usually that's where we go. We did the abyssal church in the last one. So manor house probably is the next thing we do. We'll need the bridge to get over to the land. We can also open goods market, clothing. So what's going to be our first? There we go, butchering. Hunter's Hut and butchery. That's going to be our first refined food, I think, which is still the one thing that's really holding back the happiness. So yeah, I think we'll do the manor house. But we'll definitely want to look at doing butchery as well. For now, we're just going to say that this whole space here... Oops, sorry. This whole space here becomes your new spot to cut wood from. And they can get started on that. And that's going to be our episode 1. I adore this game. I hope you do too. I have plans for a huge city that runs along and around this river here with our beautiful manor in the middle. I think we'll look at putting a monastery up on the church on the hill there. It's going to be beautiful. I can't wait. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until the next one, be good.